Everyone talks about the cost of buying a home, but almost no one talks about the cost of staying in one. Because staying feels safe, it feels stable, it feels like the right decision. But what if staying in your current home is actually costing you money, opportunity, and long-term growth? And what if the biggest mistake homeowners make isn't moving too soon, but waiting too long? If we haven't met, I'm Shani with Champions Realty here in North Houston. I've spent over 20 years helping homeowners, buyers, and investors make smart real estate decisions, especially when it comes to equity, timing, and long-term strategy. And one of the biggest patterns I see? People holding on to homes not because it's the best decision, but because it feels like the safest one. So today, I want to walk you through something most people don't think about: the hidden cost of staying. Let's start with why this happens. Staying in your home feels logical. You're comfortable, you know your payment, you're familiar with everything, and especially if you locked in a low interest rate, it feels like you'd be crazy to give that up. So the thinking becomes, I'll just stay here a little longer. And sometimes that's the right move. But here's the problem. Most people never actually evaluate whether staying is still serving their bigger goals. They just default to it. This is where things start to shift, because the real cost of staying isn't always visible. It's opportunity cost. What are you not doing because you're staying? Maybe you've built a significant amount of equity, but it's just sitting there, not being used, not being leveraged, not growing strategically. And equity is powerful. It can be used to move up into a better property where your equity works for you. Invest in additional real estate to diversify your portfolio. Improve your overall financial position strategically. But if it's sitting idle, it's not working for you. It's just there. There's also a big misunderstanding I see all the time when it comes to equity. A lot of homeowners think, as long as I have equity, I'm in a good position. And technically, that's true. But here's the part most people miss. Equity by itself doesn't create progress. It creates potential. And there's a difference. Because you can have a lot of equity and still not be moving forward financially. If that equity isn't being used strategically, if it's not helping you move into a better position, then it's just sitting there. And this is where people get stuck. They feel like they're doing well because their home value has gone up, but they haven't actually made a move that improves their situation. So the real question becomes, is my equity working for me or just sitting there? Because equity can do a lot. It can help you move into a better home, reduce long-term financial pressure, create investment opportunities, improve your overall lifestyle, but only if it's part of a strategy. Otherwise, it's just a number on paper. There's something I see all the time. Homeowners who know they've outgrown their home, but they stay anyway. Why? Because moving feels like a big step. It feels disruptive. It feels uncertain. So they delay, often for years. A year turns into 2. 2 turns into 5. And during that time, the market moves, opportunities shift, and sometimes the gap between where they are and where they want to be gets bigger. That's what I call the comfort trap. It feels safe in the moment, but it can cost you over time. Market timing versus life timing. Here's another big one. A lot of homeowners are waiting for the perfect market. Lower rates, better prices, more inventory. But here's the truth. There is no perfect market. There's only the market that exists and your situation within it. The smarter question isn't, is this the perfect time to move? It's, is this the right time for me to make a strategic move? Because your life timing matters more than market timing. Your goals, your finances, your long-term plan, that's what should drive the decision. Now let's balance this out, because staying isn't always a bad decision. Sometimes it makes perfect sense. If you're still growing into the home, your finances aren't aligned yet, or you have a clear plan and timeline, then staying can be strategic. The key is it needs to be intentional, not automatic. So here's the real takeaway. Staying in your home isn't free. It comes with a cost, even if you don't see it right away. And the people who make the best real estate decisions, they don't just look at what's comfortable, they look at what's strategic. If you're wondering what your home is worth, how much equity you have, or what your options actually look like, I'm happy to help you map that out, because clarity is what leads to better decisions. And better decisions are what build long-term wealth. If you found this helpful, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. If this was helpful, make sure you subscribe, because I post new Houston market updates and strategy every single week. And if you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing, or you're just not sure what your next move should be, you don't have to guess. You can go to soldbyshani.com or send me a DM with the word Houston and tell me a little about your situation. I'll take a look personally and tell you what I'd do if it were my own money. No pressure, no sales pitch, just clarity. I'll see you in the next video.